We know that global corporations have a significant impact on the world. Global corporations, influence and power have grown, and this is an irrefutable aspect of the global community and corporate globalization. Today, the growing size and wealth of global corporations indicate a greater concentration of wealth, political and economic power, and influence than ever before. Today's lesson discusses global corporations.
Here is the learning competency set by the Commission on Higher Education for this lesson. Identify the attributes of global corporations. Put this in mind because this is the target of the lesson.
To check whether understanding is achieved, the following are the guide questions. 1. What is a global corporation? 2. What are the attributes of global corporations? 3. What are the forms of global corporations? 4. What is the impact of global corporations? Answer these questions as the lesson is being unfolded. Before going further with the lesson, it is imperative to establish the meaning of global corporations. To wit, a global corporation is derived from the phrase global, which implies all across the world. It can be assumed that a global organization conducts business all over the world. They are often huge, multinational, and have extensive global control. These groups have the power to influence what happens in a society and economy. Because they don't have to answer to anybody except themselves, they might be regarded as existing apart from the rest of society. To better understand the nature and context of global corporations, let us look in detail at their attributes. 1. High assets and turnover. To become a global corporation, a company must be enormous and have a vast number of assets, both physical and financial. The company's goals are so lofty that it is also capable of making significant profits. 2. Network of branches. Global corporations maintain manufacturing and marketing activities in many countries. The company has more than one office in each nation and operates through various branches and subsidiaries. 3. Global control. As mentioned previously, the management of the offices in their countries is governed by a single head office in the home nation. As a result, the source of command is located in the home nation, but the control of the home country is influenced by its worldwide reach. 4. Continuous expansion. Global firms continue to expand. Even if they operate in other nations, they try to increase their economic growth by continually updating and even acquiring businesses. 5. Sophisticated technology. To achieve significant expansion, global corporations must invest in capital-intensive technologies, particularly in manufacturing and marketing. 6. Right talents. Global corporations choose only the finest managers who are capable of handling large sums of money, utilizing advanced technology, managing employees, and operating a large company unit. 7. Powerful marketing and advertising. Spending a large amount of money on marketing and advertising is one of the most successful survival strategies of all global corporations. It is the means through which they are able to sell every product or brand they create. 8. High-quality products. Because they employ capital-intensive technologies, they can make high-quality products and services. Based on the discussed definition and attributes of global corporations, it can be deduced that the following are forms of global corporations. 1. International companies. An international company receives no foreign direct investment and manufactures its products only in its own country. Its activity beyond its boundaries is mostly restricted to the import and export of products. 2. Multinational companies. A multinational company will invest directly in other countries, but only in a few sectors. Products are tailored to local tastes rather than being homogenized, restricting the possibility to achieve economies of scale. 3. Transnational companies. A transnational company goes beyond the scope of a global company. A transnational corporation invests directly in dozens of countries and delegates decision-making authority to its many local units. Considering the attributes of global corporations have a great impact on the world. Let us discuss first the positive impact of global corporations. 1. Global corporations create a lot of jobs for the global economy. Multinational companies create a significant level of employment opportunities at the local level around the world. Even in small nations, the number of jobs that are attributed to global corporations is quite large. That is why their presence is such an essential component of the global economy. 2. Global corporations serve consumers based on international standards. The presence of GCs can give consumers confidence in the product they receive because there are more chances to consider global standards. 3. Global corporations invest more in research. About 10 of the world's countries today are responsible for 80% of the spending on research and development sector of each industry. Larger organizations always provide more to R&D, reaching a level of 6 across all industries in 2017. 4. Global corporations guarantee the quality of their work. GC's efforts work toward a continuous improvement in the quality of their goods or service purchased by local consumers. It encourages product diversity without forcing consumers to make choices based on their geographic location. 5. Global corporations help to promote diversity. GCs define success based on their ability to be active in multiple markets simultaneously as a primary provider to their targeted demographics. This presence leads to a growing level of diversity within the organizational structure that can benefit the consumer and the employee. 6. Global corporations' international presence creates a patchwork of regulatory requirements. Different countries around the world have unique regulatory requirements to follow. What may not be possible in a multinational company's domestic headquarters could be strongly encouraged by another government. 7. Global corporations benefit from tax policies in several ways. Global corporations can keep a significant amount of money offshore when operating in multiple nations simultaneously. 8. Global corporations provide numerous financial benefits to each country. GCs expand their tax base to include revenue provisions for other governments. As such, governments use tax breaks or subsidies to lure a company to invest. Jobs are not the only economic benefit. Having discussed the positive impact of global corporations, here are their negative impact. 1. Global corporations can reduce employment opportunities. It is possible for GCs to add jobs to local economies around the world, but they can also take them away at will. It is not unusual for these organizations to send jobs to the cheapest possible geographic community for wages, which means domestic jobs are lost to make way for offshoring activities. 2. Global corporations create monopoly-building opportunities. Global corporations usually develop monopoly-building opportunities in order to control prices. However, this will have a negative impact on consumers. 3. Global corporations limit the number of choices that are available to consumers at the local level. Global corporations may provide a variety of products and services, but still, the money goes to the same company. GCs tend to operate as a local businesses even though they are not one. 4. Global corporations have hidden costs. Global corporations can cost a local community several $billion in supplemental assistance funds because of the low wages they provide. Subsidies are then provided by the government. 5. Global corporations caused environmental concerns. Another issue with capitalist economies is the fact that profit occurs at any cost. That means there is a potential threat to the environment when these agencies are usually significant levels of non-renewable resources. These global corporations' pros and cons offer a glimpse at why the world is structured in the way that it is today. Having access to cheaper goods can help households financially while providing consistently good product qualities, but it can also decrease wages and opportunities around the world while limiting choices.